Well, hello there. I wanted to share a new piece that I'm working on and give you a little bit of a overview of kind of the process that goes into it. Specifically, like when I first started my art when I was, 5, 6, 7 years old and started to love that and then get into high school and college. Early on, the goal is to recreate exactly what you see, right? You see a picture of a person and you want to draw that person, you want to have it look exactly how that person looks. And over the years, you realize, hey, I have a thing called an artistic license that I don't have to do it the exact same way that the picture does it. And one of the things I learned in college is the idea that as an artist, you're sort of like a director, like for a movie, where it's up to you to decide what the viewer is looking at and paying attention to, and that it's okay to make things different than the actual image you're using as a reference. So in this case, with this painting I'm working on, there's decisions that I'm making the entire time that are on purpose. So obviously I didn't take a picture of an elk wearing a bathrobe in front of these trees. This is actually a different elk with a different background and then a reference that I found of a bathrobe. But one of the things that I learned that are sort of tools that you can use as an artist to make people look at what you want them to look at is one, contrast. So in this case, the overarching elk is much darker than the background, so your eye is drawn to that. The other thing is the idea of a focal point. So by making the background here not very detailed, very loose and subtle, your eye is going to draw to the areas of the painting that either have the most detail or the most variety of light and dark contrast. So this area here is not done yet. This is just sort of like the first stage, but you can see the details coming in, whereas the antlers here are pretty much done. And so you can see that by choosing to focus more attention, more detail in the antlers and then the face is a contrast to the background, which is pretty loose, pretty plain, not a lot of contrast going on. And it gets you to focus right here, which is where I want. Where if I was 16 years old, I might be inclined to draw every single branch and leaf and blade of grass, and it's that would lessen the impact of the painting. So just a little overview of some of the things that are going through my brain as I look at what do I want someone to feel in the painting and how do I want their eye to look. There you go. Excellent. Party on.
Yeah.
So one of the things I noticed, like that I remembered as I was watching that again, that I changed in the bathrobe. So what I'll do is I'll have the painting on my easel. Those of you that were in my studio saw where my prayer chair is, and I'll look at it and just kind of analyze it. And it struck me that it looked a lot like a hunter's jacket a little bit. So the actual bathrobe ended up having more stripes and pattern to it to make it clear that it's actually a bathrobe
and not a hunter's jacket.
Yeah, because I didn't want to have a mixed
that
message there.
Very confusing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway,